Hi, my name is Adam Helbling. I'm going to be speaking to you guys on Friday, October 20th for Lorain County Board of Development of Disabilities. So definitely very excited to speak to you guys. There's going to be a number of topics I'm going to be speaking on, and hopefully October 20th, 4 days away from the World Series, the Indians will be playing, so I'm excited about that. But the first topic you're going to hear about is universal design and the future of handicap accessible housing. I have a civil engineering degree from Ohio State. So I'm going to be talking about that, and then also going to be talking about my story, which talks about mental health, physical disability. I had a C6, C7 spinal cord injury, overcoming adversity, and drug abuse, which goes along with mental health. So the reason I'm making this video is for you guys to come up with some questions, maybe 2-3 questions, maybe up to 5 questions. I think there's about 400 of you guys, so hopefully we can get a long list of questions so that for the one session I can have all the questions printed off, and then you just sit there and have somebody list them out in a random order, and I can be up there to answer all the questions you got. So I'm going to talk to you just some things I'm familiar with. So universal design, if you're not familiar with that term, that's just basically all-inclusive design for housing. You just start from the bottom up. It's got to be handicap accessible. Wheelchairs have to be able to get in. Roll-in showers. I talk about technology for people with disabilities. All those different things. I'm going to take you on a tour of the Universal Design Living Learning Laboratory, a $1.8 million home. It's actually in Columbus. It's the #1 place in the country. It's actually in Columbus. I'm going to take you on a tour of that place and show you what it's like. I'm going to talk to you about creative living where I live. It's a one-of-a-kind place in the country for people with physical disabilities. Everything's accessible. We've got a resident assistant, somebody here to help us out 24/7 in case we need little things here and there. So in my future, I want to build more places like creative living. So I'm going to talk more about that. So just some more things here. With my story, I talk a lot about mental health. I have bipolar. I'm very open about bipolar. Don't be afraid to ask me any questions about bipolar. The signs, maybe there's somebody, maybe you suffer from a mental illness, or maybe your child, or maybe a loved one, or maybe someone in your family might be showing signs of mental illness and you're kind of unsure. Maybe you got some questions for me about, is it bipolar, is it this, or is it something else? I'm very familiar with mental health, so just, don't be afraid to ask questions. I know the signs of a manic phase. I've been through all that. I've lived through it. With all that too, one of the signs of a manic phase is drug abuse. So I've been there. Marijuana, that was definitely a big part of my life. That's how I coped with depression. Also used other drugs too. So I can explain to you the effects of marijuana, how it relates to mental health, but even in everyday life, maybe you've got a son or a daughter, or somebody that you're trying to get to quit doing drugs. Maybe you want to ask me how can I do that. I'm not trying to force questions on you, but there's a lot of different things. And just getting through my life now, just to where I'm at. It's been 6.5 years since I had a car accident that forever changed my life. I'm a C6, C7 quadriplegic. I honestly think it was the best thing that ever happened to me, and everything happens for a reason. Just talking about overcoming adversity and how I got to where I am today. So that's a little overview about the things that I'm going to be talking about when I come to visit you on the 20th, and I'm really excited to be speaking with you. Once again, my name is Adam Helbling, and those are some of the topics. So questions, I'm open for anything. So just don't be afraid to ask me anything. Get those questions in, submit those to me, and I will have them ready. I'll be ready to answer them for you on the 20th. Thank you.